Hey y'all, this is Dr. Kelly Mayfield, a scientist, dietitian, urban homesteader, gardener, professor, creative, and on this trip a traveler. I finally made it to Sapelo Island. If you know me, you know I've been trying to make it down there for a grip, and there's an opportunity to take a class. Of course, you know I'm nerdy. A cast net making class. I'm nerdy and kind of crunchy. I told my friends about going, and like, of course you did. But que sera. So, anywho, most of it is 16 down from Atlanta is where I'm coming from, 16 and then 95, and then this little bit right here. And you'll see in some of the time, it says 5:06, 5:05. That's
In a
important
quarter mile, turn right.
because the ferry leaves at 5:30, and there's not like a plethora. Ferry leaves every hour or the hour. They're a handful. I think two, three. I think on this day it may have been 8:30 and 5:30.
Turn right.
But you had to be there for the ferry, and you had to park. And there's a little picture, a video where I showed you some spaces to park where it was like parking
In
and
1,000
drop
feet,
off.
your destination will be on the
Like
right.
you're in a canyon or something. Yeah, it was a dock, but I had to find a right spot to back into that actually felt safe for me to do. But it was really, really cool and pretty. And I'm gonna show you the spots in a second where to park. And where we're leaving from the ferry is for the ferry is Meridian. Of course, this is up there where you park. You catch the ferry closer by
Your destination is on the right.
the water. That's the address in Darien. Well, Darien, I guess, not Meridian. Darien, Meridian, potato, potato. So, and it was raining too when I got there. You see that spot right there? That was the place where I could park if I was real careful. So here's the dock, and then getting on to the boat. That's Mr. Caesar. This the guy took $5, my money, to get on. That's how much it costs to take the ferry, and it's round trip. So you pay $5 once, and it was raining, like I said, and the clouds were just beautiful, like really, really pretty. I like the sun because I'm a grower, but the clouds are really where it's at. Let me just say that. And so I wanted to, because it's been a minute since I've been on a ferry, I wanted to capture as much as I could, when I could, my movement on the water. If you also know me, even halfway, you know I love the water. And I love a boat. And this ferry was moving out, especially when you get out from the dock and whatever the area is called. West, the ferry captain was hightailing it. At least that's what it felt like. That's what it felt like. And this boat that we're on has two levels, and I have a story about the naming of the boat, which I'll give you in a minute. So just, I'm gonna stop talking a little bit so you just enjoy being on a ferry. And this is us getting close to the dock where we were to be picked up by UGA Marine Institute people. But I got so much more stuff to share with y'all about this trip. This is one of the sunrises. This is a photo on our last trip to a beach the night before. The horseshoe crabs. I got so with the horseshoe crabs. And it's beautiful. I forget what this is called. I gotta look this up. My friend Bob, new friend Bob, told me. Don't mind my heel. Not supposed to be in the picture, but it is. Shell mounds. These are 4,000 plus years old, and this is my housemate Rebecca. There's a reason there's a rope seemingly around her neck and head. I'll explain that later. We got to visit a lighthouse, and this is another one of the sunrises on the beach. More stories coming. It was a wonderful trip. I got my life.